Welcome to lesson 15, problem number 1, where we are studying exponent rules. So we have x to the fourth times x squared. So just to keep in mind, what that really means is x multiplied by itself 4 times is x to the fourth, and x multiplied by itself twice is x squared. So altogether, we have x to the sixth power. We never want to have to draw all this out, too much work. What do we really do? We add those exponents. But I want to make sure you understand why you add the 4 and the 2 in this particular case, not make it x to the eighth or something else. Okay, same thing in b. The thing with this is a lot of people get confused because they forget that 5 is really 5 to the first. So we do not change the 5 to the first times 5 to the ninth to 25. We just leave it as 5 because we're already taking care of the fact that it's being multiplied by adding the exponents. So our answer here can just be left as 5 to the 10th. Okay, for problem C, what we're going to do here is you basically have p multiplied by itself 3 times, and then you have that 8 times. So altogether, you'd have 3 p's 8 times, which we know would be multiplication of 3 times 8. So your final answer is p to the 24th. Okay, let's look at D. For D, don't forget there's really an exponent of 1 on that too. So we always multiply these exponents when we have this situation where something's being raised to a power, as we saw in the last problem. So in this case, we have 2 to the 1 times 3 power, or 2 to the third, y to the 5 times 3, or y to the 15th. And 2 to the third means 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So our final answer is 8y to the 15th. Now here, I just left it as 5 to the 10th because that would be way too much work to multiply that out 10 times. Okay, let's go to the next one. Be a little careful with this negative because when we raise that negative 4 to the second power, because there's really a 1 here, but the negative is getting raised to the second power as well. So what we have is negative 4, the whole quantity, negative 4 raised to the second power, times q to the 14th. So our final answer is a positive 16 q to the 14th because it's negative 4 times negative 4. Okay, the last one, what we're going to do here is we're still multiplying. So we multiply like we've always done. 5 times 2 is 10. H to the 7th. Remember, there's a 1 as an exponent on there. That's it. Great. I'll circle those answers so you can see them really clearly, what your answers are, and great job. See you next time.